everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss the remaining two topics of object-oriented programming. That one is dynamic binding. Binding. Coming to dynamic binding, first of all, what is called binding? Linking of a particular code to the related function or method. Okay, and if this is happen during the processing, then we call it as dynamic binding. Right? Dynamic binding. Example, what you can take, you are having draw function in a class. It is having a class circle, class rectangle, class square or rhombus, whatever. Okay, again these will have draw method. These are having draw methods, right? When during the processing you can understand that specifying the object along with the function. Say for example, this class 1, for class 1 I created one object, that is c1. So if you access c1 dot draw, this is the function call, but here we are specifying the object of the specific class, related class. That means this draw will be accessed and processed. So when you are understanding this during the processing of the program, right? Say for example, rectangle class I want to access, then rect1. So rect1 dot draw. Okay, when you are getting to know which draw it is used during the creating object, after creating the object, with along with the object you have to access the function or method. Okay, so during, and one more thing, one more example also I will give. Say for example, you are writing a program, in that in the starting only you are not specifying whatever the variables you want. Wherever you want you can specify there the type of data type and the variable. That is also called dynamic binding. Understood what I am saying? I am using some variables in the program. Wherever I want, there I will declare them and I will define them. Okay, anywhere you can declare and define the variables. This is also called as dynamic assignment, or okay, dynamic binding. Okay, this is called as dynamic binding. During the dynamic binding is the property which refers to the methods are code. Okay, methods are code related to which class or related to which object must be processed at that particular point of time. Okay, this is called dynamic binding. So next property is message communication. In the previous example, here this is the class and this is the object. This is the class name and this is the object, right? Here what we specified? We are specified object using the method, right? Like this, message communication is nothing but the communication of different objects which are related. Different objects which are related. This is called message communication. Okay, objects which are related, and how they are able to access the data or things after creating the object. Along with the object, if you specify the method or property or function to access. Okay, example, during the process, actually during the processing, objects communicate with each other as example. Take an example, that is otherwise rectangle is an class name. I'm using the object rect1 dot draw, right? And one more, I'm having square squ1 dot draw, right? These two are related. These two are methods which are inherited from the other class, which is having the draw function, draw method. These two are also having the same draw method, right? And these two, while processing, these two will communicate with each other in this way. If you specify in this way only, they can communicate. You have to use the object name and a dot and the method name. Understood? In this way they'll communicate. If you specify in this way in your programs, during the processing of that particular program, they communicate with each other based on the object specified and based on the method specified. Understood? If you have any doubts or suggestions or corrections, specify that in the comment section.